Hello, and welcome back to Simple Sports Talk. Today we're going to be talking about why I believe bringing Cam Robinson back to the Jaguars was a smart move. Now, if you watched my video from yesterday, you can see I had very mixed feelings on the Cam Robinson signing. I was believing he was a good player, but $18 million is a lot of money to bring him back. And my reasoning was maybe they paid him that much because they believe since we're the Jaguars and since he's a good player, we're going to have to pay him extra to stay. But when I watched the film and I watched some highlights and I saw a mic'd up video of Cam Robinson, I got a good feel for why they feel like they had to pay him extra to keep him in Jacksonville. And he's a good player. He's a good player. No one's gonna deny that. He's a good player. He's good in pass blocking. I noticed in the film that he didn't give up any sacks. I think he gave up one sack on the season, which is really impressive. He played close to 800, 900 downs. So one sack in 800, 900 downs is really impressive. But he's a good player. He's a good player, and he's good in pass protection. But I think the reason that they really gave him that money was because he's an elite. He's a leader. He's a leader. He has a leader type of feel to him. He's very vocal. In that mic'd up video, he was very vocal. He was getting his teammates riled up, and he's getting his teammates into the game and just hyping them and just giving them motivation throughout the game. And he was playing a leader type of role. And you don't get to see stuff like that when you're just watching the games. You don't get to see who's talking. You don't get the experience, unlike with these mic'd up videos. I really like them as you get to see how the players interact with other players and who they like to hang around and whatnot. And so it was good to see that you get to see stuff with the mic'd up videos that you don't get to see on TV. On television, you won't be able to see him talking on the sidelines and how he's talking to his fellow teammates. Cam Robinson has a very leadership and a big brother type of feel to him. And I think that's why the Jaguars were really willing to pay a little extra to bring him back. And not only has he played a leadership role, I watched the film and he was playing really good. He was playing pretty well. He's a big guy. He's a really big guy. And his ability to keep the defenders coming close to Trevor. I think one defender only got close to him. I think one or two defenders got close the entire mic'd up. That wasn't all the downs they played, obviously, but out of the ones they showed, Cam Robinson was doing his job very effectively. Cam Robinson didn't give up a sack that game, and Cam Robinson did his job. He was leading in the pass blocking. I remember hearing that we follow behind Cam when we run the ball. We follow behind Cam. I think he's our best, most effective run blocker on the offensive line. Now we're adding Brandon Sheriff. That might change. Brandon Sheriff is one of the best guards in football, so we might see more run plays going towards Brandon Sheriff. But I do believe they'll lean onto Cam Robinson when it comes to the run game, because what I was watching, he's pretty good at the run game too, which confuses me because I believe PFF is the best source for grading players and individuals on their performances on the field. And PFF for the last few years have gave Cam Robinson maybe a solid grade. And I was thinking, well, with only giving up one sack, 5 penalties the entire season with 800, 900 downs, he's also a pretty good run blocker. Why is it that PFF is only giving him, I think they gave him a 60 or 70? That's okay. That's solid. Those are solid grades. But when you look at Cam Robinson film and you look at the numbers, it says that this guy is easily one of the best players at his position. And that's what you would think. He's one of the best players at his position. I'm not sure why PFF has him so lowly ranked overall and why his grade is so bad, but I mean, the film doesn't lie. The numbers don't lie. He only gave up one sack the entire season. I believe bringing Cam back will be a smart decision. I think it's going to be a smart decision by the Jaguars. We need guys like that to build a culture, as I said yesterday. And I'm more convinced, when I saw the interview and I saw the post, I think it was a press conference. They were asking him about the contract that he just received. It was an interview, a press conference. I watched that. I saw, okay, this guy, he seems like a pretty upstanding guy, family guy, you know. That's the Jaguar culture. We like guys who have families and wives. That's just our thing. That's one of the things we look for when we're looking for players. And but watching the film, watching the interview, watching the press conferences and all the stuff, and seeing the mic'd up and seeing how he plays a leadership role and how he's doing his job effectively, I'm more happy with the signing. I'm definitely more happy with the signing. I would say he will continue to get better as he is a young player. He's a young left tackle. And I was talking to someone and I said, you don't really need the best left tackle or one of the best left tackles in football. You just need a solid, good one who doesn't give up sacks and can pass block effectively. And I believe Cam fits that description perfectly. He's an effective blocker. He's an effective run blocker. And I think he'll be a staple and a solid piece for us for the next upcoming years. He's only got a 3-year deal. Let's hope in the future he can get a longer extension. But I do believe Cam will continue to improve and continue to work on his game, and he'll continue to be one of the best players on our offensive line and on our offense in general. Now, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Simply Sports Talk signing out. Bye.